So Trump is having some success at peeling off black and Latino voters from the Democrats. Especially true with male voters. And with the presidential race in a dead heat, every one of those votes counts. LA Times columnist Gustavo Arellano set out to find out what's going on with the Latino vote. His story is up now. It's called "The Latino Vote is a Myth. My road trip through the Southwest tells a more complex story." And we're lucky to have Gustavo join us live tonight. Good to have you, as always. 7 southwestern states in 7 days. What did you find out about the Latino vote?
3,000 miles as well, eastbound and down through the Southwest. Something that we know here, but too many in the American media just do not understand. Guess what? Latinos are Americans, if not more so than other Americans. So the diversity of opinion is going to be as varied as with Americans, except this is what I would say, 2 things distinguish Latinos, at least in the Southwest, from most other Americans. Number one is they really care about a sense of local issues. They're going to do everything possible to fight on the local front. Faraway bureaucrats, they don't really care. I went to, again, 7 stops. Most of the people, yeah, not a single one like Trump, but they weren't afraid of Trump the way you see a lot of Democrats being afraid of Trump. And Harris didn't exactly engender a lot of passion or fandom there. And the other big thing is optimism. Despite their skepticism with whoever the president's going to be, they're not in a doom spiral like too many Republicans or too many Democrats. Latinos have had it hard in the American Southwest for 425 years, and guess what? They're thriving. They're surviving. They're gonna whoever wins on election day, we're gonna continue on.
You went to the border. You talked about the fact that you've been to the border so many times before. What did you find there this time?
Not what Fox News keeps saying about an invasion of people flooding into, use whatever metaphor you want to use. I went down to San Diego. Specifically, I went to Tijuana Valley Regional Park, so I took a hike up with some activists, and I was able to see the 30-foot border wall that everyone talks about in the national media. The Trump administration started it. The Biden administration is finishing it. So this idea that Biden somehow soft on illegal immigration, I was seeing them build a whole bluff, so it could run parallel, or rather it could connect flush with the border wall that Trump built. Then I went up to the second border wall. It's called the interior border wall. So not the actual boundary between the United States and Mexico, but a second one. And I looked at it, 30 feet tall. I'm like, this is cheap. It's rusted. I saw a dash-in go underneath the border wall, go into the no man's land, and then come back like nothing. There was no Border Patrol agents. More importantly, there was no invasion. No invasion at all. Although the activists there did say, maybe a year ago there was a lot of people there, but people seeking asylum has dropped dramatically after President Biden basically made it far harder for folks to be able to apply for asylum.
Let me ask you this, because you make a point in your column to say that when you got the assignment, you said no. And then you gave it some thought and said, you know what, I should take this road trip. What was your hesitation?
It's boring, the Latino vote. Ooh, who are Latinos going to vote for? Why are Latinos not voting 100% for Kamala Harris? How dare they maybe be conservative and vote for Trump? I've been hearing this now for 8 years. I've been basically screaming in my columna, so not really screaming, that Latinos are going to veer closer to Trump the more you tell them not to, because we're rancho libertarians like that. And more importantly, the idea that, we know Prop 187, the 1994 initiative that sought to make life miserable for undocumented immigrants, made a whole generation of Latinos go Democrat. But the Democratic Party cannot keep campaigning on the specter of Trump being evil. Latinos don't care. We've dealt with Tin Pot dictators for how many centuries at this point? Again, we're going to survive, we're going to thrive, we're going to continue no matter who wins.
So what is the message then for Democrats or for Republicans? Because you think about Trump, the guy who came down and started his campaign talking about Mexicans being rapists and murderers, and some of them, I assume, are good people. The guy who talks about building a wall with Mexico. The guy who says that immigration's the #1 issue. We got to deport 10 million people. Why? What's the message that Democrats should use, and what's the message that he should use?
Well, Trump's winning on that message because remember, when it was my generation of undocumented folks, my dad was undocumented, all the Mexicans coming in, of course we're going to march on the street for the rights of illegal immigrants and for amnesty. But now that it's Venezuelans and Central Americans, Latinos are more against illegal immigration than ever before. Hello, folks. Latinos can be racist as well, even against our own kind. How long have I been saying who hates Latinos more than Donald Trump? Latinos. It happens. So what the Democrats need to focus on, and look, Harris is all of a sudden saying, oh, I'm tough on the border, I'm going to do this, this, and that. But that's not her winning message. If you want to get Latinos, what the people I talked to again and again talked about was local issues. So seriously, taxes, helping out schools, investment in communities, and allowing people to be free. And that's not a Democratic message. That's not a Republican message, even though both want to claim it. And you have to talk to people where they are 364 days out of the year, not the 1 year, the 1 day of the year that you want them on your side.
Interesting.
Really fascinating.
Yeah.
It's so much more nuanced than what most people think. It's not just holding events like ballots and burritos. It's really getting into it. And
but that's good too. Burritos are never bad. How dare you, Alex?
Gustavo's series, Caminos del Southwest, a road trip through Latino America, is up now at the LA Times. It's totally worth checking out, as all of Gustavo's columns are, but this one is especially good. Gustavo, great to see you. Thank you. Congrats.
Thank you, Gustavo.